Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video. And Bitcoin is actually dead. It went to zero.
No way. You crazy?
Oh, that was my producer, Barry. No way? It's not at zero? No? Okay. All right, well, let's get right to the price chart. Right now we're at 56,505. Yeah, and we went all the way down to 53,500. And we've come back up, actually $3,000. We've come back up. So yeah, it's bloody. Everybody is getting scared. I'm going to show you the fear and greed index in a little bit, but this is normal. It's not a big deal. No need to worry or, get crazy, freak out. Don't do that. It's okay. But yeah, this is the feeling across the Bitcoin markets. I don't know why I find that funny. And here, these are normies enjoying the 4th of July, and these are Bitcoiners. I can't feel anything anymore. Yeah, this is a big psychological thing, right? Watching Bitcoin go up and down, and it's not easy. But it's not easy, but then again, it is easy because here's the thing. If you invest in Bitcoin long term, you don't have to worry about this. Like it goes down, okay, that's just like Bitcoin is on sale. If it goes down in price, you get to buy more. It's on sale. That's what long-term Bitcoiners think. If you're a short-term trader, then, look, it's already been proven. Most traders, like 90-something% of traders lose money because trading is hard and there are computers out there doing it, right? Anyway, this was people yesterday. I can't feel anything anymore. And yeah, look at this. We hit 1,776 sats per dollar on July 4th, and people still think we're not living in a simulation. I mean, look, that's amazing. I don't know. I think it's amazing. And by the way, we are living in a simulation. Prove me wrong. All right, Justin, Bitcoin fell below $54,000 for the first time in 129 days. Yeah, so this is the chart here way back from the end of February. So yeah, look, it is what it is. This is officially the deepest retrace in the cycle so far. Bitcoin has retraced minus 25.6% thus far. And yeah, and look, in this bull run over the next year and a half or so, we can get even bigger retraces. Everyone today is showing the old, the 2017 bull run, and they had insane pullbacks, insane retraces, 30%, 40%. So this is not that big a deal, right? So yeah, and zooming out a little, Bitcoin finished the second quarter above the old major resistance, successfully retesting it as support. Now in Q3, Bitcoin is dipping below the key level, but this may end up as a volatile retest by the end of the quarter. And so, yeah, so these are quarterly candles you're seeing. And yeah, you could see this was our last quarter, the second quarter of 2024. And you could see we closed way above this black horizontal line, which is where we closed in the last bull run peak quarters. That's where we closed at around 58,794. So yeah, and now in the current month, we've come below that, but again, it's okay. We're already ahead of schedule, because of the ETF. So Benjamin Cowan asks, is this the new trend line we were supposed to watch for Bitcoin? You can see we had a similar one in 2019. So this is the current potential trend line he drew, right? This is the current price action the last, 4 months. And this is the new line because we dipped all the way down to 53,500. And he's comparing it to this line, which was in 2019 and 2020. This is leading up to the next bull run, right? And this is the similar line. And this was COVID, by the way. COVID, we went all the way down to like 3,800 or something crazy. So yeah, is this new chart very similar? Probably is. Yeah, and if you zoom in real closely at the bottom left, you'll see that this is a different chart. you'll see that this is officially the worst performing Bitcoin halving cycle so far. And so what he's referring to is if you start the halving right here and you put every cycle in there, this orange one is the current one. And technically speaking, we are lower than, at this point in the cycle, we're lower than all the other previous cycles. But this is the important thing about this chart. This is what I'm going to say right now. The reason we are down a little from where we were at the halving is because we made a new all-time high just before the halving. So this cycle, we went up and made a new all-time high before any other cycle. And so then we came down a little. Okay, big deal. We came down a little, but we already made an all-time high. So this chart to me isn't, I mean, it's fine. It is what it is, but it's not saying that, oh, this is the worst cycle ever. This could be the best cycle ever, arguably. So this is the thing about charts, right? And statistics. You can sort of bend them any way you want. So anyway, what do you think about that? And just a reminder, the Bitcoin 200-week moving average has never gone down from 1 week to the next. Number go up, still doing its thing. Yeah, you know, you want to see it bigger? There it is. This is the 200-week moving average. Has never gone down. So this is these points get plotted every week, and it plots the previous 200 weeks, the average of the previous 200 weeks. And then it plots the point, and it's the average of the past 200 weeks always goes up. So that's pretty cool. All right, here's the fear and greed index people are talking about. We're down to 29 on the scale here. And yeah, today's 29. Yesterday was 44. So there's a lot of fear in the market. And you know what they say? You're supposed to buy when others are fearful. And is it sell when others are greedy? That's not a hard and fast rule, but I don't know. It's something like that, right? Definitely when there's blood in the streets like today, it's hardly ever a bad time to buy, right? It's usually a good time to buy. Yeah, and don't be that person. Remember this? I just showed this like a few days ago. At 74K Bitcoin, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I buy Bitcoin at 57K? That's in March 2024. Fast forward to July 2024, the price is in the mid-50s. LOL, I ain't buying that S. I mean, this is what people do. This is why I was just talking to someone about this. Trading it's anti, what do I want to say? Human beings, the reasonable human mind is not good at trading because we get fearful when it goes down and we want to sell. And then when it goes up, we get FOMO and we're like, oh, we got to buy. Our normal like intuition for trading is like backwards. The real traders go against their intuition. When it falls and falls and falls and everyone's panic selling, they buy. And this is why computers can trade way better than humans. But it's a normal thing to feel this way. But the point I'm making is you have to learn and study what you're looking at so that you can play the game and not lose. And you have to understand when, like days like today, when the price is getting crushed, it's going way down, everyone's freaking out. You can't freak out. You just can't freak out. I know there's a lot of new people in Bitcoin now compared to 4 years ago, but I mean, what we're experiencing now is nothing compared to what has happened in the past. We've had some nasty, not only nasty days, but nasty weeks. And don't forget, a bear market, Bitcoin goes down for a whole year. It goes down 80%. The whole industry freaks out, right? Don't forget that. Here's the 1-2 punch of Bitcoin. You can see there's like a little trending upwards and then boom, the major bull, the parabolic phase of the bull run. In this cycle, going up, boom. In this cycle, going up, boom. This cycle, we've been kind of going up and we're going to get our boom. It's probably going to be in the fall or it could be a little later. It could be earlier too, but usually it's in the fall of this year. And then next year is complete like parabolic at some point. All right, and just remember, you don't need to learn how to trade Bitcoin. You need to learn how to not trade Bitcoin. It's a great quote. I'm telling you, the people who do the best in Bitcoin, they buy and they hold and they never sell. That's it. It's like, look, if Bitcoin required like trading skill, I wouldn't be able to do it. The only reason I can be in Bitcoin and enjoying it is because I'm holding. That's it. For at least 15 years, 20 years. I don't know. Can't lose. All right. So the big news of today, I should say there's two main reasons why many people think the price has gone down so much. The first one is Mt. Gox has started distributing billions in owed funds, likely causing Bitcoin selling pressure and a 6% dip to 54K. So Mt. Gox has started giving people their Bitcoin back. And don't forget, these people have not had their Bitcoin for 10 years, approximately. So some of the people who are getting their Bitcoin back, they're like, oh my God, it's payday, right? They're millions of dollars worth now. Back then, they maybe had, 20 Bitcoin and it was worth like 12 grand. Now 20 Bitcoin is worth what? 720 grand? So some people who get their Bitcoin back, they're going to sell. And so that's one thing that's happening. And the other thing is that Germany is apparently selling a bunch of their Bitcoin on the spot market through these exchanges. That's literally driving the price down. And it's so funny. There's a German MP, Joanna Kotar, says her government selling Bitcoin is, quote, not sensible, and says Germany should hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. Yeah, this is like anyone who understands Bitcoin is like, why is a country selling their Bitcoin? Don't forget, countries can print their own fiat currencies, but you can't print Bitcoin. So this is like the dumbest thing ever in many ways. First of all, it's a country that can print their own fiat, yet they're selling Bitcoin. That's dumb. First of all, selling Bitcoin itself is dumb. And then third of all, they're doing it on the spot market. Usually these big transactions, they do it over the counter. They call up the exchange or someone, they do it sort of like a backroom deal. Doesn't mean it's shady, just means it's backroom. It's not on Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini. But they're doing it on these big exchanges, and that's driving the price down. But look, all in all, it's a chance for you and me to scoop up some cheaper Bitcoin. Let's go. And just so you know, the ETFs don't seem to be a factor in this price drop, because here are the spot ETF holdings since the beginning of the year, or since February, I guess. And so they're fine. The ETF holders aren't selling that much, and so they're not causing this downturn. And yeah, as far as mining and the difficulty adjustment, this latest adjustment extends the total decline in difficulty to minus 7.98% since the halving 11 weeks ago. And this is the hash rate and difficulty. And you can see we sort of peaked around right when the all-time high happened, and it's come down a bit since then after the halving. Everything changes for the miners. They sort of have to readjust and find a new equilibrium so they can keep mining and stay profitable, right? So anyway, that's just an interesting piece of news. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. And today there's only one fiat and government nonsense story, so this is it. Nearly 3/4 of the jobs added last month in the United States came from government. Fake currency, fake jobs, buy Bitcoin. Yeah, isn't this a great way to boost, to say, oh, look at how many jobs we added. We're the best political administration ever. Yeah, well, 3/4 of the jobs were like government jobs. So they're printing money, they're hiring people. It's bad. That's not a good thing. They're diluting the currency. They're bloating government. What? And they're acting like, oh, this is, so many jobs. They brag about how many jobs have been added. That's the point. But they're the ones doing it in the background in a completely shady and corrupt way, and in a bad way that doesn't help you and me. So now here is a little bit about education. Check this out. Don't you wish you had this when you were in like 8th grade or high school? Node Nation here says, we're thrilled to announce that the third Bitcoin node of 2024 has been installed by kids in a public school in El Salvador. Kids are super excited, and even the school band joined in to celebrate this awesome day. Yeah, see, here's all these kids setting up a Bitcoin node. I believe it's a Start 9. There you go, Start 9. Look at this. Come on, this is great. Love to see it. Also, here's Bolt12.org. This is apparently, well, you know what? What is Bolt 12? Bolt 12 is a proposed upgrade to the Lightning Network. For users, it can enable things like reusable payment requests, increased receiver privacy, and increased censorship resistance. And the reason I'm showing it is because it looks to be, Bolt 12 seems to be being onboarded or being embraced by a bunch of companies and mining companies. Ocean, Zeus is an app, 12 Cash, Clam. So there's a lot of companies that apparently are embracing Bolt 12. And so if there are any future announcements, I'll definitely let you know. And here you go. After July 4th, this is the guy in your neighborhood waiting for you and your dogs to go to bed. Look at that size of that firework. Oh yeah, it's like a missile. Oh man. And then here, Alexa, end the Federal Reserve. Yes. Let's go. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Click this link at the very top. It says join our locals community. And join our locals community. It's free. I post some exclusive videos here. It's awesome. All right, it's Friday. Go live your life. But you might want to subscribe to the channel first. Or if you're on Rumble, follow the channel. Definitely join the locals. I appreciate all you awesome people in the chat or in the comments. I really appreciate everything you guys are contributing and also the inspiration for me to keep going. So enjoy your weekend. You got to relax, rest, have some fun. Weekends are to be enjoyed. After 5 days of working, you need 2 days of a weekend. So seriously, enjoy it. And I'll see you Monday for another Bitcoin news video. All right, bye.